That's a smooth 0-1. I'm just looking through the questions. So I'm going to direct this question to Michelle. And it says, so many Christians seem to believe that wives should always be obedient and dutiful. What are your thoughts?
I don't know if anybody else pictured this, but I pictured Saul and David with the story when David cut the coats. I was just like, actually cut something. It's a very dangerous line. It's a very dangerous line because when I was in the previous marriage and that was what I thought. I thought I needed to be humble. I thought I needed to be quiet and respectful whilst this man tore me down, right? And I got to a point of saying to myself, there's no way that I could have a God that loves me and just like you said, could say all of these great things about me for me to accept this, right? And there comes a point where you also have to look at your relationship with God and having that intimacy with God to be able to know, I don't believe, and this is my belief, obviously I'm not putting it on anybody else, I don't believe that God would have wanted me to remain in a marriage that was driving me insane. A marriage that was not enabling me to show up for my children as a mother. A marriage that I was going out and trying my best to do whatever work I could do to not come home over time. A marriage that stole my identity of who I was. I would not have this voice today. I was not like yourself. I wasn't allowed to go out without him. I wasn't allowed to be around my family. I couldn't make phone calls without him authorizing that I make that phone call. That's not a prison that God called me to be in. I couldn't go to church if he said no, I'm not allowed. I remember. So I was, sorry, I don't want to join this out, but sometimes you forget things, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, God gives you the opportunity, quick. So where I was living, it was like a house that would turn into a flat. And so the neighbors, their door was opposite mine. And when I was pregnant with my son, this is how evil this man was. He would leave. I was not allowed to leave the house. I was about maybe 6 months pregnant, right? And he would leave, and I would not be able to go out and get food.